Round one of the 2023 Motorsport UK Five Nations British Rallycross Championship comes to you from Lydden Hill. It's time for the RX150 final. Four cars lined up on the grid for this one. Nick Priddy, Ben Hardy and Clara Anderson on the front row. Stephen Jones in the number 19 on the outside. Let's get ready to go racing though, shall we? And see what happens. All eyes to the left-hand side of your screen. Wait for the green lights to come on. Lights out and we're racing. Not a bad start from the front row for Ben Hardy. Clara Anderson gets away well. Big wheel spin for Nick Priddy, drops him down, and here comes Stephen Jones trying to go the long way around the outside. We're nearly four abreast into Talladega for the first time, and trying to go the long way around the outside then is Clara Anderson. Can she get through into the lead? Yes, she can. Fantastic. So it is Clara Anderson then from Nick Priddy, who made up great ground after a big old amount of wheel spin on his start, followed by Ben Hardy and then Stephen Jones, a man who was so quick last year, sitting at the back of the field. He's got a lot of work to do as they line astern coming at the top of the hill. Late on the brakes there for Nick Priddy as he sends it into the top bend. He knows that to get ahead of Clara Anderson, he's really got to get his elbows out. Let's see whether the Joker plays out here. Coming in towards the bottom corner we go. Ben Hardy goes Joker. Steve Jones follows him through. That releases the top two to continue in their own battle as we come to the timing line once more. Down in towards the bottom bend of the circuit we go, depending on where you're standing, of course. It's now Clara Anderson then from Nick Priddy. And as they come through Talladega and across the timing line, Anderson, of course, making her debut here this weekend in the RX150 category. And she's having a great run of things out there so far after a challenging start to the day. I think it is fair today to say. And now she is leading here in this final. She was fourth in Q1, third in Q2, second in Q3, and is now leading the way here in this final with these RX150 machines. These are, of course, the only open wheel cars that we have in the field as Nick Priddy goes into the Joker. So Clara Anderson then now with some clear track in front of her. Where's Ben Hardy going to emerge in relation? Here's Nick Priddy. It's just behind because Priddy gets a really strong run on the exit of that Joker and is able to overhaul the number pink 169 as they come through Talladega. Ben Hardy there just getting a little bit out of shape, just a bit too early on the gas. That pushed him a little bit too wide and it cost him time instead of gaining it for him. But these Fireblade engined machines are incredibly challenging to drive. You really have to drive them on the limit and turn them on the throttle. Late on the brakes, you can brake so much later than you'd ever begin to imagine. And as you can see there, these three drivers sitting very close to one another in relative terms. Of course, though, it is Clara Anderson who's got the lead and is now pulling out that advantage corner by corner over Nick Priddy in second place. There is Ben Hardy as he comes through the chicane and across the timing line once more. Stephen Jones having a bit of a dog's day at the office here in this final. There he is. We pick up the number 19 now. Of course, we know he's incredibly quick in these machines, but the only thing he can hope for in this race so far is striking himself onto the back of Ben Hardy. Across the jump, there you go. You can see he gets great drive coming through there. Into the devil's elbow we go. So now in this battle for third place, it is Ben Hardy under attack here from Stephen Jones. Great drive and momentum at the top of the hill there for Jones. Can he make a move stick though coming into that corner? Let's see, because Hardy tries to defend with every ounce of talent and width of that car that he can. He's making that RX150 buggy as wide as he possibly can. He goes for the defensive line here, does Hardy. Does that compromise his run through Paddock Bend and allow Stephen Jones to close up? It certainly does as they come across the timing line once more. Nose to tail they run here, and Hardy again defending that line on the inside. Jones is going to try and have to haul in around the outside through Talladega corner. No way through there for him as Hardy just drifts it a little bit deeper and is able to cover off the line there from Stephen Jones. Over the jump they go. This is where Jones was so strong last time there. He almost loops it over the front end though, just nudging the front bumper. He's really pushing here is Stephen Jones, but he's just got no way to find his way through on Ben Hardy in this battle for third place. It's Clara Anderson then. Surely she's going to go Joker at the end of this lap. Indeed she does, and I think she's going to emerge quite comfortably in the lead as we watch her from the drone footage then. Across the timing line these drivers come on to start the final lap, followed by Nick Priddy is Clara Anderson, and Anderson then with a good amount of daylight between herself and Priddy in second place, and in turn Priddy in his own postcode compared to that battle for third place. I think that Jones has just been able to get the better of Ben Hardy as well, and has finally been able to make his way through. It was so close between those two drivers, but what a remarkable debut this has been for Clara Anderson then, coming up the top of the hill. If you want to follow her on Instagram, go and find her on there, because she's always racing in Rallycross over in her homeland, and also now making her debut in the British Championship. It's the first time we've seen her, but I certainly hope it won't be the last with performances like this. What a measured, calm and comfortable drive it has been. Clara Anderson wins the round one final here in the RX150 category from Nick Priddy in second place as the checkered flag is out. Stephen Jones comes home in third place ahead of Ben Hardy at the checkered flag. What a great RX150 final, and what a superb drive from Clara Anderson as well to take the win in the RX150 final here at Lydden Hill.